So, guys, big news in the Two Bros world. This is where you come in.
We're moving.
Well, I'm not
We're
moving.
not moving.
Yeah, so Ryan and Chase, his wife, are moving. So, Ryan, you want to let them know where and what the motivation was?
Yeah, right after this intro.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting to spend it and be broke again.
Back to our regular program. Back to our regularly scheduled. Goodness. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
So yes, we are moving. Chase and I are moving to Nashville area, Tennessee, and we're pretty darn excited.
Yeah. So what motivated the move?
So Chase got a new job just outside of Nashville. So I will be doing my normal thing remotely, working my normal job. But in the meantime, always looking for new properties and investing opportunities and new people to meet.
So do you have any plans for the house that you guys have down here? Are you renting it, selling it? What's kind of the plan with that?
Yeah, I think in a couple of videos we've talked about one of my strategies, I think, getting into investing, especially starting out, is to buy a place, live in it for a little bit as a primary resident.
Sure.
So I believe a lot of times you just have to live in it for the year, and then you can move out and rent the property. That it's usually a lower entry cost. You get good interest rates, all of those type of things. There's not as many hurdles to jump through. So I like that strategy, and we're going to keep with that strategy. So we plan to rent this one as we move up north, and hopefully that goes well. Fingers crossed. We'll see.
Yeah. Up north. Tennessee's still the south.
Yeah, but from Fort Lauderdale area, everything's
in comparison,
north. Yeah,
for sure.
Everything.
Yeah.
Maybe except South Padre, Texas, but
yeah. I feel like, probably. But yeah, that's really cool. Sounds exciting. Nashville, obviously, people know where that is, the fun town and everything. So
exactly.
Lots of stuff to explore there, I'm sure. So is there anything in particular you like about the area? You see the potential kind of, or anything like that?
Investing wise, or
a little bit of both. What is exciting you about the move, because we want to know about you and your motivation and everything, but also from a finance and investing standpoint, anything that springs out at you.
Yeah. So from the music side, obviously excited about that. Live music everywhere. That's always a lot of fun. Broadway's a good time. We've been one time before, so excited to check that out. I'm a big brewery guy. Supposedly Nashville's a big brewery scene, as you obviously know. Mm-hmm. I don't know if everybody else knows.
I'm not an alcoholic, guys.
But so we're excited about all of those things on the personal side. And the biggest thing we're probably excited for is kind of a two-piece. One, being in the mountains. We love the mountains. And that is one thing Florida obviously doesn't have. It's pretty flat.
Sure.
But it has the beaches, which are great. But we love the mountains. And two, driving 6 hours and being able to get to another state.
Yeah.
Right here, it takes from where we are roughly 6 hours to get just to the Georgia line. So,
yeah, really.
And then you got to get through Georgia to get anywhere else. So you basically fly most places.
Mm-hmm.
So we're definitely excited about that. From the investment standpoint, I'm definitely excited. I think there's a lot of easier entry point markets for Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of markets in Tennessee, just like Florida. You have
good
Tampa.
And bad.
Yeah, that's true. You have Tampa, you have Fort Lauderdale, all of those in Florida. Orlando, Tennessee, you have Nashville, Knoxville. Some people like Memphis. I'm not loving Memphis. We didn't like Memphis.
We got some horror stories.
Yeah,
I feel like.
So investment-wise, maybe, but Memphis as a city, thumbs down. City review. But there's a lot of markets to get into, and big thing is the carrying cost. Down here, the insurance and taxes are absurd. Out there, they're minimal. So you can get a lower price home, and the carrying cost is lower. So potentially good rents, especially in a big city like Nashville. So I'm excited to see. I don't know if it's going to be great. We're going to find out.
Yeah. Ryan hit me with a whole rant the other day about how low insurance is, how big a difference it is.
It's ridiculous.
Because it's like less than a fifth of what it is here.
Yeah. I think our insurance here, it was going to be 6.5 times what it's going to be there, and the house price is almost the exact same.
And I 100% believe it. So that is nice. So finance standpoint, I can definitely see how that would be very enticing.
At least on the carrying cost side. We'll see if the renter is high, because rents down here are absurd. And people are paying them, so they just keep going up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the house. Kind of what are the specs? You got plans for it? Does it need work? What do you plan on doing with it?
Yeah, Chase was very excited. Taylor, you're going to have to come up see it soon.
Yeah.
Chase was definitely very excited because it's probably our nicest, cleanest, newest house we've ever bought.
Nice.
We bought an older townhome, our first house, and it needed some work for sure. The windows had like that cloudy milk looking because the moisture was seeping in.
Yeah.
There was some things we took down a mirror wall. Definitely did some work around that place.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So it was like the 1980s home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then the second house was a full rehab, full gut, and that was a little bit more disgusting, but huge learning experience. Loved every ounce of it.
Yeah. Looks good now too.
Exactly, turned out really well. So it was awesome. And this one is 2 years old, so it was built in 2021. So again, much newer, much less needed. Almost everything on the inspection report is caulk. You need caulk around the windows, caulk around the garage.
Do you have caulk? And they said yes.
Stuff like that. Some screws missing here, a bolt there. The house is falling apart. No, I'm just kidding. Just very few minor things.
You see some of those like TikTok reviews of like home inspectors and they're going to new builds. You know, like that's something like an 8-year-old would make. How is this possible?
So, they love tearing up new builds in those videos.
But hopefully that's not the case with your house.
True.
Hopefully
from what we saw in the inspection report, it's really, really good.
Yeah,
all the appliances are brand new. The house itself is brand new. They had some small water damage, which was weird. Like, how is that? It's a brand new home. They said they had a sopping wet towel and they threw it on the floor and just let it sit for a few days. So the moisture got under and peeled up some of the flooring. We're like, really weird scenario, but it kind of explained why there was no staining or anything. It's just super weird. Like, why would you do that? Why would you just leave it there? But but other than that, it's just outside of Nashville, so not far for Chase, not far for us to go downtown, check out a lot of things. Don't have to deal with the traffic. It's on a smaller lot somehow than we got in South Florida. It's crazy. But it's also going to be our bigger bedroom and bathroom ratio. I believe it's a 4, 2.5.
Yeah. Okay.
So plenty of room for guests.
Yeah. And an office and everything.
Yes.
Have the studio set up for us.
That's right. So two bros is staying.
Just in Nashville.
Together. Not in the same location.
So, do you guys plan on living in this one long term? Is this going to be a quick one, like stay there a year kind of thing, or do you guys think this will be a home that you'll stay at for a while?
Location wise, I could definitely see us staying for a little while longer than we've ever stayed before. Because especially with the strategy and the situation we've been in with Chase getting new jobs and such, we've moved every year to 2 years. Something crazy like 9 times in the last handful of years. Just because sometimes we wouldn't go all the way through the year. Craziness. But in that, house-wise, I don't know if we'll stay in this exact house for 10 years, but probably the area for sure. In this house, we could definitely see ourselves being in for a little while longer, especially if we're still able to buy properties and we're still able to invest. There's really no reason to have to move. Our original strategy was to move, but we can fulfill that need in another way. Why move? Unless we need it. We start having kids or something. Who knows? Not that big news for this video, but in case.
Yeah, that'd be a different video in itself there.
2 rows takes leave.
You see a little bit more of a stressed Ryan. House buying is already a stressful enough process as it is.
Gray hair straight.
When was this recorded? So that's super exciting. And so I know we kind of already touched on it. You already mentioned it a little bit. You guys still going to be looking for houses? Or are you going to have to focus on this guy a little bit? I know moving obviously takes your attention for a little while. I mean, even moving right now, packing up and everything. It's been a hassle the last couple of days, I'm sure. But
I appreciate you helping us a little bit.
So you still looking for houses always, or are you going to take a little break?
I'd like to say always. Always keep my eye open if something. It's just I feel like the busier I get, or the more we have our money tied up in something, it's just it would have to be a really good deal. But if it's that worth it, I'll go and find ways to figure it out. I'll go talk to family. I'll talk to private money if it's that good of a deal. It just has to be that much better. Versus if I've been sitting on money, cash for a while, inflation's high, savings is low. I'm like, all right, I got to get this. I got to get doing something. I'm just sitting around. The deal doesn't have to be as good. I'll figure something out. So
people are talking about rates nowadays. You know?
Hey, I saw something recently say that they're expecting interest rates to drop 6 times next year. 6 times.
I've been hearing a lot of people have been theorizing about the first interest cuts are going to be like the start of this new year. And everything.
It's crazy.
So
that's
lots of talk.
So
we'll see though.
Honestly, you never know. So that's where I sit is on a scale of how busy I am, how much money we have tied up, how stressed we are, and how good of a deal it is basically. But in that case, I'm always looking.
Okay. Yeah. So fairly new house. You guys will be there probably a while, at least in the area. So it's exciting stuff. And hey, maybe you guys will stumble across them in Nashville.
Or us.
I'll visit a few times, I'm sure. As you guys know, I travel a good bit. So but exciting stuff, another house on the books.
That's right. We're very excited to be in the area, and obviously hit us up if you're in the Nashville area. You're going to be visiting. Love to meet up, especially if both of us are there, and talk shop.
And hey, if we don't post this video, it's because Ryan hasn't officially closed yet.
True, we'll hold it until then, until it's official.
A couple days.
Knock on wood.
We're
a few days away.
But exciting stuff, guys. So like we like to do in this channel, we're going to keep you up with our journey because we want to grow and show you guys that growth and have you guys grow with us. We're trying to foster a community where we all learn from each other and kind of show you what we're doing in our personal investing lives. So really exciting stuff.
Yeah. So we look forward to hearing you guys' comments. See if you guys have any questions or let us know. We'll respond, obviously. Questions, anything, and stay tuned for our next video.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.